Good day, everyone. Today we're going to talk about visual arts in the counseling process. The source of most of the information in this presentation came from the book of Samuel Glading, The Creative Arts in Counseling. The background, the process of our message today, we're going to talk about the background of the visual arts in the counseling process, the benefits that it contributes, the tools and techniques commonly used, and how is the visual art used in counseling with special populations. So what is visual arts? Visual arts are art forms that is created primarily visual in nature. They are the arts that meets the eye and evoke emotions through an expression of skills and imagination, such as ceramics, drawing, painting, sculpture, printmaking, design, crafts, photography, video, filmmaking, and architecture, among others. Art has been used as a means of communication, of self-expression, of group interaction, diagnosis, and conflict resolution throughout history. Even in the ancient times, art is used to communicate information to their common ancestors and at the same time to their descendants. The pioneers of the incorporation of visual arts in the counseling process are led by Margaret Nambour, Hannah Kwiatkowska, Florence Kane, Edith Kramer, and Eleanor Ullman. There are 5 professionals who made significant contribution towards the development of the use of visual arts in 1940s. In 1942, a British artist named Adrian Hill discovered the helpful benefits of painting and drawing while recovering from tuberculosis. So here are some benefits of the visual arts as a therapy. Visual arts can tap the unconscious and help individuals express their covert conflicts. The picture in the presentation is an example of a child before the art therapy, showing the left side, and after the art therapy in the right. Visual arts symbolizes feelings in the unique, tangible, and powerful way. Visual arts inspire and help people become more connected with the transcendent and growth side of their personality. So many art tasks, especially those with children, are usually perceived as non-threatening and engage client from the very first session to help identify the counseling goals. Visual art can be easily be combined with other creative arts such as movement, creative writing, and imagery. So what are the factors we need to consider when we're going to utilize visual arts in a counseling setup? So factors to consider: first, the availability of quality materials to help the client feel relaxed and creative. We should have many quality materials at our disposal that we are ready and mastered to do, so that our clients will feel relaxed and can express themselves freely. Next, there should be an adequate space and quiet place for the venue of each session. So our session should be in a place where they can express freely. It's not cramped. It does not have a lot of distraction that can cause our client to feel anxious and will hinder their creative expression. Third, clients should have freedom of movement. Encourage them and have plenty time during each session. The counselor should be patient during this process, and it may take several sessions before the client actually enjoy the process or to find it beneficial. So tools and technique used in the incorporation of visual arts in a counseling process. Most who use visual arts in counseling have received special training. The use of arts in a counseling setup focuses on strategies and tools by the client, such as relationship, spacing, light and shadow, proportion and edges, and the total picture to help express the feelings, the issues that they have. Samples of the activities that we can administer in incorporating visual arts in the counseling process is publish pictures. Published pictures is already existing artwork. So we are making the most of all already existing art. So it can arouse minimal anxiety. It encompasses a variety of artwork and looks the way the client express art for look. So by using published pictures, we can determine what is the most efficient or most closed expression that the client will be utilizing in expressing their issues. So we should have vast variety of available materials for use. We can also provide excellent basis for familiarizing client with ways of understanding and communicating on how all the techniques are unique. So it can be used for all ages. Next will be body outline drawing. So we can use this when a person spread out on the floor, aka spread eagle, and after the drawing is completed, the individual or the client will decorate it however they wish, and this sometimes reveal aspects of their lives that are troublesome. So usually this is best used with children. The next tool that is utilized in counseling setup incorporating visual arts is the serial drawing. So serial drawing is a sketch or portrayals of any object that is drawn by the client multiple times over multiple sessions after the counselor initially requests the client to draw a picture. So for example, a tree or an animal or a scene. So the idea behind this is that through these drawings, clients will represent themselves and their problem symbolically. So a positive self-concept can emerge when the session involves positive talk to complement the visual element. So this requires patient and intuitive timing as to what or when to say or do. The next tool that is utilized in incorporating visual arts in counseling setup is the visual journaling. So just like diaries, art diaries are often contain both image and words. These contents may be a rough draft that will be later be finalized as artworks. It can be meant to document day-to-day experience and emotion, instructive and therapeutic, and it has found to decrease anxiety and general negative effect levels in medical students. So indication that visual journaling can reduce heart rate and increase serotonin flows and immune cells, similar to just journaling. So altered books are usually journals that involve taking actual books and changing them in a variety of ways by drawing, painting, writing, or even destroying pages as a form of artistic self-expression. The next tool that is used in incorporating visual arts in the counseling setup are clays. So clays used seldom because of its weight and messiness, but it has several advantages. It can help the client express themselves in a concrete focused way. It can also promote cooperation between clients and counselor. It is a safe medium for many clients because they do not have to look at their counselor while working with clay. So clay can be used to regress or gain insight by manipulating, squeezing, or pounding it is because of its malleability. So clay may reduce anxiety, lower defense mechanisms, and serve as object into which feeling can be projected. So under client's control, it can control and make clients feel empowered. Next will be photography. So photographs are footprints of our minds, mirrors of our lives, and reflection of our hearts. So it is a frozen memory that we can hold in silent stillness in our hearts, so forever if we wish. So photography is a way to capture and express feelings and ideas in a visual, symbolic form across the lifespan. Similar to art therapy, it can be and is better for individual to find other visual arts too demanding. So photography can be incorporated in by most counselor and can be adapted into most theoretical frameworks. So photography helps improve understanding as well as perception of the clients. So the basic technique of using photography. So photos are taken by the client, photos taken by the client, and photos of the client by the client self-portrait. So biographical pictures which may or may not included by the client or groups of friends and family. So this can be as simple as asking your client to take photos of something or someone or someplace that holds meaning to them, or using family photos to open up discussion of memories. So active photography involves photos taken by a client that represent the feeling of the client has, or photos that the client thinks represent of him or herself. And the next is passive photography, which involves the client either making the scrapbook or mounting into a poster board pictures that has already been taken. So this can be a form of photo album, magazine, or of internet. So we're going to stop first in this presentation, and next video we're going to talk about how is the visual art used in counseling process throughout the special population. Today we have discussed the background of the visual arts in the counseling process, some benefits, and the tools and techniques commonly used in the counseling process which incorporates visual arts. And thank you. See you in the next video.